What if the busiest people you know are missing something important, something small, something free? Here's a strange fact. Your brain needs quiet time to work well. Most people give it zero quiet time from the second they open their eyes. So here's the question for today. Why does doing nothing for 2 minutes make your morning better? Stick around. By the end, you'll know exactly what to try tomorrow morning. Let's start with the habit itself. It's simple, almost too simple to matter. The habit is this. After your alarm rings, you sit still for 2 minutes. No phone, no task, no plan. Just a short stop before your day begins. We're going to call this small stop a pause. A pause is a moment where you stop doing, and you simply are. For 2 minutes, you don't check anything. You don't answer anything. You just exist, quietly, in your own bed. That's the entire habit, start to finish. 2 minutes doesn't sound like enough time to change much. But wait until you hear what happens to people who skip this small stop, morning after morning, for years. You might already be guessing the answer. Maybe you think this is about relaxing or being calm. It's a little more than that. It's about giving your mind a fair chance before the world starts asking things of it. Let's look at why that chance is so hard to give yourself, and why it matters more than it seems. This isn't a video about productivity or about squeezing more out of your morning. It's almost the opposite. It's about giving your morning one moment that produces nothing at all, on purpose, before everything else takes over. Now, why is something this simple so hard to actually do? Your phone sits right next to your bed every night, close enough to touch without standing up, and your phone is a distraction. It pulls your mind away before you're even fully awake. One notification, one message, one quick check, just to see what happened while you slept. That's all it takes to break the silence. Once you start scrolling, it's hard to stop. 2 minutes turn into 10. 10 minutes turn into 20. Your quiet morning is gone, and you never even noticed it leaving. That's not the only problem. Mornings often feel like a race against the clock. You wake up, and the clock is already running. You move fast from your bed, to your phone, to your shower, to the door, with no space in between. And when you do try to sit still, something strange happens. It feels uncomfortable. Quiet can feel strange when you're not used to it anymore. Your mind wants something to look at. It wants to move, to check, to plan the next 10 things. There's a quieter reason too. Guilt. A lot of people believe doing nothing means being lazy. So even with 2 free minutes, they fill them anyway with scrolling, with planning, with small tasks that feel useful but aren't really necessary. Put this together, and mornings become overwhelmed before they even begin. Too much information, too soon, before your mind has any chance to wake up on its own terms. Many people have also tried something like this before and quit. They tried sitting still for 10 minutes or even 20, and it felt like too much. So they gave up completely, instead of trying something smaller. That's actually one of the biggest reasons people quit before they even start. They set the bar too high on day one. 10 minutes of silence sounds impressive, but it rarely survives a real Monday morning. 2 minutes is small enough to survive almost anything a late night, a bad mood, a morning where nothing else goes right. And this rush doesn't stay in the morning. It follows you. If your day starts fast, it often keeps that same speed all the way through into the evening. One hurried moment leads to another until the whole day feels like it happened to you instead of the other way around. That's very normal, by the way. Almost everyone struggles with some version of this. You're not doing anything wrong, and you're not alone. Your mornings were simply never designed to include stillness. Nobody ever taught you how to stop, even for a moment. But once you understand why something feels hard, it gets a lot easier to change. That's exactly what we're going to look at next. Think about how this shows up in real life. You wake up already behind because you spent the first 10 minutes of your day scrolling instead of getting ready. So, you rush through breakfast or skip it. You rush out the door. You arrive at work already a little tense, and you haven't even started your actual day yet. None of this happens because you're careless or undisciplined. It happens because the very first moment of your morning was handed over to something outside your control, a screen full of other people's news, other people's plans, other people's problems. By the time you've read 3 messages, your mind is already somewhere else, thinking about someone else's morning instead of your own. This is the part most people never notice. The rush doesn't start with breakfast or traffic or a late train. It starts the second your alarm goes off, in the choice between reaching for your phone and doing nothing at all. It's a small choice, made in half a second, without much thought at all. But small choices, repeated every single morning for years, quietly become the shape of your whole day. Change that one choice, and you're not fixing your entire life. You're just changing where your morning actually begins. So what's happening inside your brain during those quiet moments? Let's break it down simply. Some research suggests your brain needs quiet time to sort through its own thoughts, not loud time, filled with sound and screens. Not busy time filled with tasks. Quiet time with nothing pulling at it from any direction. Your mind works all day, every day, without a real break. It never fully stops, not even while you sleep. And just like your phone needs to recharge overnight before it works properly, your mind needs small moments to recharge too, especially at the start of a new day. Without those moments, your thoughts pile up fast. One thought sits on top of another, and another. By 9 in the morning, you already feel overwhelmed before anything truly difficult has even happened. Here's a simple example. A woman named Maria used to grab her phone the second she woke up every single morning, without exception. She felt tired and hurried before she even left her bed. Her mind was already full before her feet touched the floor. Then, one week, she tried something different. She sat still for 2 minutes after her alarm rang, just breathing, just being there, with no phone anywhere near her hand. At first, it felt strange. Her mind kept wanting to move, to check something, to do anything at all. 2 minutes felt much longer than she expected. But after a few days, something shifted. Her mornings felt less hurried, even though nothing else in her schedule had changed. Her mind felt a little clearer, a little calmer. Nothing dramatic, just a little lighter. Maria wasn't the only one. A man named Tom tried the same 2 minutes for a short while, and he said something interesting. The 2 minutes didn't feel long once he stopped fighting them. His mind slowed down on its own. He didn't need to think about anything in particular. He just needed to let the moment pass without reaching for his phone. Many people who try this report feeling calmer, at least for the first part of their day. Your experience might look a little different, and that's okay too. The point isn't perfection. The point is space. An empty moment is not a wasted moment. It's room for your mind to breathe before the day fills every corner of it with something else. Give your mind one short, quiet stop, and it gets a real chance to recharge, even if it only lasts 2 minutes. This doesn't mean your phone is bad or that checking messages is wrong. It simply means timing matters. The first moment of your day sets the tone for everything that follows. Give that first moment to noise, and the rest of the morning often follows the same pattern. Give it to quiet instead, and something different has a chance to happen. There's another way to picture this. Imagine your mind is a cup, and every piece of information is a drop of water. A message, a notification, a headline, each one is a drop. By the time you've checked your phone for even a minute, your cup already has 10 drops in it before you've made a single decision about your actual day. 2 minutes of stillness doesn't empty the cup completely, but it gives you a moment where nothing new is being poured in. Just that pause before the first drop seems to be enough for many people to start the day feeling a little steadier, a little more like themselves. None of this requires you to understand exactly how your brain works. You don't need to study it, or track it, or measure anything. You only need to notice how you feel after trying it a few mornings in a row. If it feels better, keep it. If it doesn't, you've lost nothing but 2 minutes. Now, how do you actually build a habit this small into a morning that already feels busy? Don't add something big. Add something tiny, so small that skipping it would feel almost silly. 2 minutes. That's all it takes. Not 20, not even 10, just 2. And don't rely on remembering to do it. Attach this habit to something that already happens every morning, something automatic. Your trigger is your alarm. The moment it rings and your hand reaches over to turn it off, that's your signal. That's when your short stop begins, without any extra planning. No app is needed, no timer, no device, no extra step on your phone. Just you, sitting or lying still, right where you already are. Some people close their eyes for these 2 minutes. Some just look at the ceiling. It doesn't matter what you do with your eyes. What matters is what you don't do. You don't reach for your phone, no matter how strong that pull feels. This is exactly what makes a habit this small stick over time. It doesn't ask for extra time in your day. It doesn't ask you to build a new routine from nothing. It borrows 2 minutes from a moment you already have, every single morning. An empty moment isn't wasted time. It's exactly what your mind needs, right before the rush of the day begins to pull at your attention. Some mornings, your mind will still wander toward your phone during these 2 minutes. That's fine. That's normal, and it doesn't mean you failed. You simply notice it and gently come back to sitting still. There's no perfect version of this habit, only the version you actually try, one morning at a time. Notice what this method doesn't ask of you. It doesn't ask you to wake up earlier. It doesn't ask for a special room, a cushion, or an app. It only asks for 2 minutes you already have, used a little differently than before. Keep it tiny. Attach it to something automatic. That's it. That's the whole method, and it works even on your busiest, most hurried morning. Maybe you sleep next to someone else, and 2 minutes of silence feels strange with another person in the room. That's fine. You don't need to explain what you're doing. You can simply lie still, eyes open or closed, and let the 2 minutes pass quietly, without saying a word about it. Maybe your alarm is on your phone, and turning it off means your phone is already in your hand. In that case, turn it off, then set the phone down, screen facing away from you. The 2 minutes start the moment the phone leaves your hand, not the moment you open your eyes. There's no single right way to sit through these 2 minutes. The only rule that actually matters is this: no screen, no task, nothing to check. Everything else can bend around your own life. You can try it sitting up or lying down. You can try it right after the alarm, or a minute later, once you're a little more awake. The exact shape of it matters far less than the fact that you tried it at all, this morning, in your own way. All right, let's make this real for you. Tomorrow morning, when you turn off your alarm, don't reach for your phone. Just sit still for 2 minutes. Do nothing at all. No screen, no task, no plan. Just stillness, right where you already are. Nothing complicated. Nothing to buy or download. Nothing new to learn. Just one short stop, right at the start of your day, before anything else has a chance to grab your attention. You might feel a little strange during those first 2 minutes, and that's completely normal. It happens to almost everyone who tries this for the first time. Your mind is used to moving fast, so slowing down might feel unfamiliar at first. Give it a real chance anyway. Not for a week, not for a month, just for tomorrow. One morning, 2 minutes. That's the entire ask. Maybe you're thinking you don't have 2 minutes to spare. Your mornings are already in a rush, and every minute matters. But here's the truth. You already spend more than 2 minutes reaching for your phone and reading the first few messages. This isn't extra time. It's the same 2 minutes, used a little differently, right at the start of your day. So again, when your alarm rings and you turn it off, sit still for 2 minutes before you touch your phone. That's the only step in this whole habit. You don't need to change your whole morning routine. You don't need a new schedule or a new app. You just need this one small stop, right when your day begins. Can you try it? Even just once? I think you can. And you might be surprised by how different those 2 quiet minutes feel compared to your normal rushed start. Maybe you're worried you'll forget by the time tomorrow comes. That's completely understandable. Mornings are full of small decisions, and this is easy to lose among all of them. So, make it easier on yourself tonight. Put your phone a little farther from your bed than usual, just enough that reaching for it takes 1 extra second. That 1 second is often all the room you need for the 2 minutes to begin instead. And if you forget tomorrow, that's okay too. You simply try again the next morning. One missed day doesn't erase the habit. It just means tomorrow is the next chance to start it. Picture tomorrow morning. Your alarm rings. Your hand starts to move toward your phone, just like always, out of old habit. But this time, it stops. Just for 2 minutes. Just one short stop, right at the start. Let's remember what we talked about today. Mornings often start in a hurry, and that hurried start can leave your mind feeling overwhelmed before the day has even begun. Your phone is usually the biggest distraction in that first moment after you wake up. But a short, quiet stop gives your mind room to recharge, even if it only lasts briefly. And an empty moment, as we learned today, is never actually wasted. Now, let's slowly review the key words from today. One final time. Pause. A pause is a short stop where you stop doing and simply are, just for a moment. Distraction. A distraction is something that pulls your attention away from what matters, like a phone lighting up beside your bed. Overwhelmed. When you feel overwhelmed, you have too many things happening at once, and it feels like too much to handle. Recharge. To recharge means to rest, so you have energy again, just like a phone battery charging overnight. Empty. An empty moment has nothing filling it up, no task, no noise, just quiet space for your own mind. That's today's habit, and it's a small one. Small, simple, and yours to try, starting tomorrow morning. You don't need a perfect morning to make this work. You just need one pause, in one moment, before your phone gets there first. Everything else about your day can stay exactly the same. This is just one small door, opened quietly, right at the start. 2 minutes won't fix a hard week or a hard year. Nobody is promising that. But it might give you back one small piece of your morning that used to belong to something else. And some mornings, that one small piece turns out to be exactly what you needed. It's a small thing to offer yourself. But most good mornings are built from small things, one after another, starting with the very first one. If this helped you today, think about trying this short stop for real, just once, just tomorrow. And if you'd like more simple English lessons like this one, stay close. There's more waiting for you right here, whenever you're ready.